Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about goals, achieving your goals, and what to do when you get overwhelmed with your goals. But specifically in the context of when you feel like you are too far behind or the opportunity has already left and you don't know how to achieve what it is you wanted to get done in the first place. The biggest obstacle between you and your goals is not a lack of talent or resources, but it's actually the failure to start in the first place. There is an expression that goes, the train has left the station, and I think this is a great analogy for what we're going to be talking about today. So imagine you are running to get to your train, and as you approach the platform, you realize that the train has already left. Like the train has left the station, it's too late for you to board that train. Now, if that train were actually a goal or a project or an idea that you had, and once you finally had the realization that like this is something that you want to pursue, and you realize, well, the opportunity is no longer there, I want you to stop yourself and think about if you actually missed out on something, or if that's just something that you are telling yourself in your mind because you are afraid to go forward or you are unsure of what to do next. So in your mind, you're saying the opportunity has passed, the train has already left the station. But in fact, what you guys don't realize is that the train tracks are still there, right? So the train may have left the station, but the train tracks can provide you with a route to follow. Yes, it will be a longer way to get to where you need to go. Of course, the train is going to be a lot quicker, but the point that I'm trying to make is that just because the initial wave of an opportunity has come and gone does not mean that you are totally just lost and left out. You can still get to where you need to go by following the existing path that already is laid out in front of you. So I just want to say again, although the train has left the station, the train tracks are still there. So in this analogy, that would highlight the fact that there are still going to be other resources and people who are available to you to help you along the way. So you don't necessarily have to do everything by yourself just because the train, the vessel, the standard way of getting things done has passed you. There are still alternative methods for you to accomplish the same things. And I suppose you could wait for the next train to come, but then you find yourself in this holding pattern of just waiting for things to happen. What if there isn't another train that comes through the station today or next week or next year? How long are you going to wait for another train instead of deciding to take matters into your own hands and following the blueprints that already exist, hence the tracks that are there? Um, I know in the real world you don't want to walk on tracks because that can be very dangerous, but again, this is just for argument's sake, just for the example. So I hope you guys are following along. But yeah, don't wait for another opportunity to come by because you never know. There might not be another opportunity there may not be another opportunity like the one that has just passed you or that you think has just passed you, because I don't think that any opportunity is truly ever gone. There's always a way to turn your situation around and make things work in your favor. So for a second, I just want you to imagine someone who is unhappy in their current career. Maybe they want to switch over to a different career path. They want to expand on their interests, something they just want to do differently. They no longer want to do what they're currently doing, but they feel stuck. They're just waiting for a promotion. They're waiting for someone to offer them an opportunity elsewhere. That's never going to happen, right? I don't want to say never, but like for argument's sake, that's never going to happen. You're always going to be waiting. There's always going to be something just beyond the horizon out of reach. So instead of being that person who's waiting, who wants to do something different, they know what they want, they know that they want to pursue something different, but they don't know how. Instead of just waiting for the next opportunity, for the next train to roll through the station, that person can use the tracks to get them to where they want to go. They can use the blueprints of other people who have also wanted to switch to a different career path, to a different lifestyle, to a different hobby. They can use the same resources that those people have used to accomplish their goals to accomplish what they are trying to accomplish. Does that make sense? Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Instead of waiting for a job opportunity to open up, they may, spend maybe an hour or two after work just honing new skills, looking into courses or, a mentor that can help guide them into the path that they want to take. They may decide to talk to their friends and family members for support, for ideas, because sometimes we get in our heads. We just overthink. We think worst case scenario, like I can't do this. There's no way that I can do this. I don't know how to do this. But sometimes it could be really helpful to speak to the people who are in your circle, people who have your back and want the best for you, because they can give you not only reassurance, but they can also give you their perspective and what they think is best. Ultimately, what you think is best is what's going to work for you, we would hope. But it's also important to consider the opinions of those who are close to you, and you never know, they might have uh, opportunities for you. So instead of waiting for someone to at your job to approach you, you can have conversations with your friends, your families, your extended network, and one of those people may actually have an opportunity for you. And also, I will say that, when you reach out to friends and family, that is a great way to get started, because you can't just start from the top, you have to start somewhere. And more often than not, people start in their homes, like in their garage, their backyard. They start small, basically. They start, and maybe they have a couple family members who are willing to purchase from their small shop that they started. Maybe they have a friend who, is having troubles with their computer, and they let you work on it to see if you can fix, install some new software, if that's what you're trying to do. There's always someone in your corner who can help you in some way. They may not be able to get you that job or to get you into the door of, where you're meant to be. But as a starting point, as a stepping stone, it's always a good idea to talk to the people who are closest to you. Not just for support, not just for encouragement, but because they may actually be the one to help you get that first initial break that you're looking for. So, from my personal experience, you guys already know I've talked about it on this channel. I am a graphic designer. I currently freelance. That's what I do Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. That's like my main thing right now. But I also have my own business. I'm a graphic designer for myself. I consider myself a creative director because I don't just do my graphic design stuff for personal clients, but I also have built out an additional business. My candle business is completely run, design, manage. All of that is done by me. I'm not launched yet, but I'm in the process of, getting things started. So definitely I'm telling you guys this from my own personal experience of using the existing path that I have seen other people do. Like when I wanted to start my candle business, I didn't just wake up one day and start making candles, Like I did my research. I looked at other candle makers. I looked at their businesses. I looked at their videos, their websites, their social media accounts. I looked at what they're doing and how they became successful in what they're doing. And I use that as a template, so to speak, like a starting point for what I want to do, Like I have my own vision, my own goals, and my own things going on, but looking towards other people who are already living the life that I want to live and who are already producing the results that I would like to see in my own business and in my own life has been really helpful, instead of me just trying to reinvent the wheel and do everything by myself. And also it has been much better than me just waiting for an opportunity to come to me. Like no one's gonna come knocking on my door and just give me a candle business. Like that's not gonna happen. I know that I want to run this business. I know that it's something I'm passionate about. I know that it's something that I want to have, going on long term. No one's just gonna come up to me and be like, hey, here's everything you need to start a to start a candle business. You know what I mean? Like I had to do that work to seek out the resources, the people, the knowledge to get that going. And I didn't just sit around waiting for it to happen, and I didn't just try to do everything myself. Like I could in theory, I could like reinvent the wheel and like revolutionize the maker business, but I'm not going to do that. Like realistically, you're not going to do that. So don't just be so hell-bent on the fact that your initial opportunity has passed. Like let's say for me, I did want to start a candle business, but maybe it's not popular anymore. I don't know, it's not really a good example, but maybe let's just say I started making candles because I saw a TikTok and it was really popular. They're like, hey, this is a really good way to make money on the side. You should do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, I want to make more money because I'm freelancing and, I want to have more income coming in. I want to have more flexibility in the type of work I do. I'm going to start a candle business so I have more control and I can do this, that, and the third, right? Imagine that's the scenario of how I started my business. So let's just say maybe a couple months into it, I'm doing the thing, I'm making the candles, I'm doing my research, but suddenly candles aren't the next big thing anymore. Now people are making TikToks about how selling t-shirts is the best side hustle and that's how you make your living part-time. I don't know. But let's just say t-shirts are another thing. I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, oh man, my opportunity has passed. I can't make candles anymore because people aren't talking about candles anymore. No one's gonna buy my candles because people don't care about candles anymore. They only want to buy t-shirts now. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't, like, what am I gonna do? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. If I really want to make candles and that's what I want to focus my time and my attention on, I can still do that even though it seems as though that opportunity has left. Like yes, the hype surrounding candles isn't going to be there when I launch and people aren't going to be as excited to try out this new candle brand because people aren't really talking about candles anymore, but that doesn't mean that the opportunity as a whole has passed because I can still have a candle brand and be very successful, even if it's not at the forefront of everyone's mind. Especially when there are other people who have created these candle brands at various points in time. Not everyone who has a candle company started it at this point in time because there was a TikTok that said, hey, you should start a candle company. There's people who have done this for decades, for very long time, and they're still going, they're still successful. There's people who are starting today, there's people who are starting yesterday, there's people who are going to start tomorrow. There's always going to be people entering whatever it is you want to do. The same way that you're entering right now, there is someone who entered before you and there's someone who's going to enter after you. So the opportunity is never truly wasted because there's still time for you to do what you need to do to make it happen. That's all up to you. If you want to do the work, if you want to seek out your own knowledge, your own research, your own network of people to help you, it's totally feasible. It's going to be hard. Like I said, you're not on the train. The train would essentially be like the fast track, so to speak. It's going to take you some time. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is possible if you use the existing pathway as a blueprint for progress. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope my analogy is very clear and you guys understand the point that I'm trying to make. Just to wrap up, if you feel strongly about pursuing something, 100% you should do it. If you think it's the best choice for you, it's the right thing for you, the time is right, you're ready, even if you're not ready, honestly, most of the time you're never going to be ready, and that's also a part of it. You might get to the train station before the train has even arrived, and you're going to sit there thinking that the train has left. Meanwhile, you're just early, you're on time, you're early, and you might take that and leave just out of your own anxiety of starting, of being like, feeling like you're not ready to get on the train. Like, that the train is coming, that this opportunity is approaching, but because you don't feel ready, you leave the train station before the train even gets there. Or the train is arriving and you're already on the platform, but you second guess yourself and you leave and you let the train go. And then you come to this realization of like, oh wait, I could have gotten on the train. Like, even if I'm not ready right now, I'm not going to get to the other station in 2 seconds. Like, the train ride is 2 hours long, or, however long the process is going to be for you to accomplish what you need to do. You can still figure it out while you're doing it. You learn as you go. Essentially, for everything you're going to do in life, you learn as you go. So no one expects you to have it all figured out just because you decided that you're going to do something. It doesn't mean that you're going to do it from 0 to 100 right away. Now I'm rambling. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to say today. If you have your mindset on something, absolutely go for it, but don't get in your head. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you feel that the opportunity has left, remember that there are other people who have already done what it is you're trying to do. So seek out those people, follow what they've done. Don't just copy and paste, don't just be a copier, but use their system, their workflow, use their strategies to help you. Like everything that you can take advantage of to help you and put you in a better place, by all means do that. Again, not copying, not like hurting other people, but you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you next week. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment if you have anything to add to the conversation. I'd love to read what you guys have to say. And on that note, I will see you later. Goodbye.